We're talking about K-pop demon hunters today. Thank you for tuning into our podcast. Hi, it's me, Jay Moshi. We're talking about K-pop demon hunters today. I'm going to draw a picture, and we're going to talk about it. So, let's get started. Ha! This movie was one of the greatest animated movies I've seen in a while. The last time I was this enamored by a newer piece of animated media was when Nimona came out. Also on Netflix. I loved the art style, the characters, the story, and this film gave me the same feeling. The only thing I saw about this film before it came out was the first trailer where the song How It's Done was featured. This song is a banger, by the way. It's actually my favorite one from the whole movie. I am also not a K-pop fan. The only song I actually know from K-pop is Gnarly, which is obviously not an accurate representation of the full-scale K-pop genre. I love the art style, and I think Sony has really come into their own since Spider-Verse, and is now hailed as one of the big ones in the animation industry. The opening of the film is so great. We are thrown right into the universe with minimal exposition, which is something that I love. I've learned when studying other films and writing my own is that too much exposition can bog down the viewer. Being thrown into a new universe can be the best way to introduce the viewer to this new story, because you can keep the intrigue by not revealing too much right away. How It's Done shows you what demons are and what constitutes a demon, which is their patterns. This setup helps segue into the big reveal when Rumi takes off her jacket and you see the patterns on her skin while she sings about being a hunter and a demon at the same time. I just need to talk about how enamored I was and how taken aback and flabbergasted I was when I saw this piece. I did not expect this from a mile away. And usually, I'm one to guess. I'm one to know what happened. I didn't think she was a demon. Like, it was the farthest thing from my mind. I was just like, oh, they panned to her in the dressing room alone. I guess she's sad sometimes, maybe has trauma or something. And then she removes the jacket, and I didn't even process this at first. And then when I did, I had to pause the movie and sit for a second, because they set it up in the most amazing way. Like, when she took off her jacket and I realized that she was a demon, I literally got chills. I was like, oh my gosh, it was so good. Showing what hunters and demons are, and showing how Rumi has kept herself in this lie for so long, that her demeanor around everyone else could never even give a glimpse of what is actually going on. This is easily my favorite piece in the entire film. It made me so happy. And it reminded me that good writers are still out there. As the film goes on, we meet the Saja boys, who are also demons, and I have to say, I really loved Jinu. I appreciate how they built this universe in the way that the demons aren't just monsters that show up and spawn like in Zelda. They're actually humans that Guima, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, has led astray. I thought this was excellent world building. Also, I really loved Jinu's personality. I thought it was really fun. You can tell that he missed being a human and was really living it up in the human world. Rumi was my least favorite until I watched the movie again. For some reason, I have this thing where I don't like the main character the first time I watch anything. Like in Has Been Hotel, I hated Charlie for some reason. And then the second time I watched it, I was like, oh, she is really cute and funny, duh. Except for in The Legend of Korra. I will fight on this hill. I will fight on this hill. I don't know what they were thinking. I hate Korra. Literally, I couldn't even get through the series. Because I got to the point, spoilers for Legend of Korra, by the way, but I didn't even finish the last season because I got to the point where they showed the first Avatar ever, right? And they had those 2 or 3 episodes where she was, like, connected to the first Avatar, and she wasn't in those episodes, and I loved it, and then after she came back, I realized, like, I hated the main character, so I couldn't watch the rest of the show because she was so annoying. She's insufferable. Anyway, back to K-pop demon hunters. The last thing I loved was the tiger and the bird. They definitely freaked me out when I first saw them, but the fixing the vase bits were so funny. All in all, this movie has to be one of my favorite movies of all time. Every song was a banger. My least favorite songs are probably Your Idol and Takedown, but they're not bad songs. They're just my least favorite songs. The characters had amazing depth, which, like I said, the Zoe character who was like all, know, I'm so happy all the time. She still had depth. Like, it was so sweet. She was always there for Rumi when she was, like, struggling. And contrary to popular opinions, I don't know if I want a sequel. I do, but sometimes when Netflix sees something as a cash cow, or any company sees something as a cash cow, they beat it like a dead horse. And they kind of, like, just make a bunch of stuff that is kind of soulless. But I don't think the directors would let Netflix do that to these characters, so I think we'll be okay. I hope you liked that. Please subscribe and comment and like. Let me know what else I should draw. And stick around because we're just getting started. I'm Jay Moshi, and I'll see you next time. Bye!